Happy Saturday, everyone, and welcome back. I've had this little guy hanging out with me for the last 2 days. He just hangs out here on this window and eats bugs. I love it. I recommend it. So yesterday I had a great surprise. I went out to check out the orchard and everything. And check this out. Check it out. We're getting, now this is only half my harvest. It was full. I gave half of it to my neighbor. So, and she really loved it. She said, she said she thought that's what her mother had in her yard. So she loved it. Loved it, loved it. So every time I come out, he skedaddles. So, look. I think I'm having some luck in bringing back my green beans. I just dumped some fish emulsion in there, and I think they're bouncing back. I think that was what they needed. We'll see if they bloom. I think these will, but I don't know about these on the lower area. They're done for, I think. I still have some pots here. I don't know if they'll get planted or not, and the French tarragon's still doing lovely. We have some fruit starting to form on the ground cherry here. You see our little lanterns there. And now that outside is poisonous, but once it dries, then it's ready to pick. So, and then you'll have that beautiful pineapple tasting fruit under there. The mint's doing well. I'm going to harvest a bunch today to make my favorite Vietnamese cucumber salad. And we've got lots going on out here too. Things are looking great. I'm really happy with this soil cubed product. I mean, I have not added any amendments in. Oh, and I've put up my silly deer fence over here. If you've followed me for a while, you'd know that's sufficient enough, because I found the deer out here eating some of these here. See, some of these leaves were gone, but I trimmed this back, and I also buried some of these limbs in hopes that they would take root underneath and grow some sweet potatoes there. I planted some spring onions that I got from the store. They're coming up. This tomato, I've kind of let it just go wild. I probably should prune it back some. But it's doing its thing. Here are these patio tomatoes. They're blooming. So finally getting some action here. And we're also getting some shallots in here. I've got a rogue tomato coming up. That okra, it was an extra okra I didn't have room for. These tomatoes, I'm not sure what they are, but they're blooming as well. And then on to this garden. We tackled a lot of this morning glory. Of course, there's still more. Chris is just shaking his head like, oh my gosh, it just never stops. But I've been on to him for years to control that. So, yeah, that's what happens. He isn't much of a weed-eating guy. So, but these, look at this soil, man. This okra, I've never seen such beautiful looking okra. It's so dense and thick and green. It's insane. It is crazy here. I've got some okra coming up. We've already eaten some okra, but and then these tomatoes. So I bought this. This is like a trellis support thing here, And it's supposed to be stainless steel, so it should last forever. And I just have that kind of there as a bridge because I'm going to vine everything up this fence. But that's why the urgency in getting that morning glory killed. So, and we did eat 2 cherry tomatoes off of here. And we have some coming on here. So we may have a bit of a season. Now I've been complaining because there was no yellow squash. So I planted some here this weekend. I hope it comes up. I had a better boy in one of those cups up there. So I planted it here. I trimmed a tomato, so I just stuck it in there. We'll see if we get anything going there. And then I put these, I think this is delicata squash. And I put that in there, and it's already blooming. So it is super happy. Got all these empties still. So we need to get in here and clean this off of the debris, because that buildup will create weeds very easily. All right, I'm going to take you out to the orchard area and show you some new features out there. Well, this is a new feature. I may have already blown out the pump on this. This is unfortunate. We filled it with 2 full pitchers of water last night, and now there's nothing in there. Wow. I guess stuff was really thirsty, and that's why we bought it. This is a resin base. Now they sell one of these with the fountain with multiple tips, but I found it was cheaper to buy the fountain separate and then buy the fountain separate from a different company. Let me go get a pitcher of water and we'll see if this is working. All right, the moment of truth. Yep, there we go. Well, these pumps are made a little better than they used to be then. All right. Good deal. I expected that motor to be burnt out. Good to see. And there's a filter there that you clean every time you kind of refill. I put these rocks in here as a perch for, say, a hummingbird or whatever. And the base here, it comes with these clips because it is resin. It's very light. But I got some small rocks and I filled up the entire base. But it's still a little wobbly. You still need these anchors to secure it. I'm going to do that right now. All right, so we got the anchors in. It only came with 3. Unless I dropped one, but I kind of fished around for it. I didn't see it. But yeah, so last night the fountain when we first put it in was kind of sporadic. It was pulsating. But now that it has a full charge, it is a constant stream there. And they had different tips, but I wanted something kind of mellow to attract the hummingbirds. So yeah, the fact that I need to put another pitcher of water in there when I'm done here. Look how much the ducks have loved this. They think it's a body of water, and they just, every day they're out here drinking, bathing in their own mess. It's crazy. But this rogue watermelon, we got a baby down here. So it's like in the fertilization of this. Oh, and there's another one down there too. Wow. 2, let me get on here. All right, we'll see if that damaged it at all. So there's that one there. It's a pretty good size. It's about double the size of my hand. And then there's this one, which is about triple the size of my hand. So that is pretty cool. What I need to do is throw some water on here and push all this poop up to the top. Oh gosh. So the reason for the water feature. The crows have been attacking like crazy every night. probably in the high numbers of the 30s. So I've heard, and the birds, of course. So they're the mockingbirds now. They've been munching. But the theory is if you provide a water feature, they'll be less attracted to the fruits and everything because they'll be getting plenty of moisture from their water source that you provide for them. So we're going to do that. See how it goes. That's why we put it over here on this side. I did see we do have 2 new baby deer. But they've been attacking this bush. We picked a few last night, but I'm kind of just resolved to give this to the rest of all this to the crows. Now, look at these figs. They're just loaded. We have to get out here and wrap these because look, we're getting some ripe, dark ones that are ripe. So, and here's one. See, they're already pecking on that one. So, but yeah, it's just loaded, loaded, loaded. But if we don't wrap it, we're not going to get any. So, we'll wrap it with some tulle and call it a day. That one's about to be ripe. Look at that. They're ripe when they kind of lean over. So, let me go check this one over here because I know I've got a surprise for y'all. This one still has baby figs. Oh, there's one. That's a little dark. Okay. We'll take it. Alright, so that's dark. I wonder what kind of fig that is. If it's a hardy fig, a turkey fig. This one is a Chicago hardy fig. And you can see how hardy it is compared to my 8-year-old blueberry bush. That's a 7-year-old fig, 8-year-old fig. It died back the first year it was planted. It was a DeGroot box from Tractor Supply. It's massive. Most of these trees have dropped fruit because of the crazy weather. Pawpaw with nothing. We have a pawpaw with fruit. I'm still keeping an eye on them because it's going to be any day. Especially with these. They get a lot of western sun here. So, and this is a big surprise, y'all. Oh, if you could just smell this. These figs. Alright, so I think this is a rogue fig tree. I think it is, well, I know because I didn't buy one of these. This is an Italian honey fig. And you can see that's dripping there. That one's super ripe. And, well, felt super ripe. But these must be Italian honey figs because that's about as dark as they get. And they are sweet. This is the first year we've had anything off of this that was really sweet and edible. I expected it to be a brown turkey fig. But I think this was a something that popped up. If I recall correctly, this popped up. And, I mean, we're having to go deep in here to get figs. Look at that. But it's a cluster. But yeah, this was a big surprise. Never had them. So I think it was a bird poop. Thank you. I love nature. I think as were one of my mulberries. One was one I rooted by just sticking it in the ground. And the other was a bird dropping. But the persimmon, we still have a little droppage every evening. But there's still a good amount of fruit on here too. And starting to get some blushing going on a little bit. So These should start turning in another week or two. This one's dropped quite a bit. There's some low here though. Yep. But I am ready for some persimmons since we didn't get any last year due to droppage. See when the trees start turning? Look how beautiful a color. It's a beautiful orange red in the fall, and it'll lose all of its leaves and still have fruit on it. So you have a bare tree with beautiful fruit. I have a short somewhere. I think it's called Charlie Brown Christmas, showing a persimmon tree with just the fruit and no leaves. But yeah, blackberries are done. The rest of those are for the birds. And that's about it, what we've got going on. Oh, now that little trellis I bought for my tomatoes as a bridge, that has 4 panels that came with it. And you can TP it for like peas or a little trellis. Either way you want to put it in. It also came with some stakes to secure it into the ground, and it came with a free pair of gloves. And Chris likes those. He was about ready to get a new pair of gloves anyway. But I'm hoping, because it was, I want to say it was $60. And I know that was a bit of an investment for a little 4-panel trellis. But since it's stainless steel, it should last a lifetime. So I'm stingy and I'm a tightwad. But if I think something's quality, you know, I will invest some money in it. I have stainless steel pots and pans. I have stainless steel mixing bowls, and they're almost, well, the pots and pans are over 30 years old, and I use them every day. And the mixing bowls, I don't use them every day, but they're awesome. So I actually have 2 sets of those. But yeah, I'll show you those panels on the inside real quick. All right, so this is what it looks like. And like I said, you get 4 of these, and you can attach them anyway. And then they came with these little springs, and you just put the springs in to attach them. Either you can use them on the top, on the side, however you want to use them. You could use the springs to attach them on the side, and then do a long, use stakes at the ends to secure it. A lot of options with this. So like I said, right now I'm just using it as a bridge until we figure out what to do in there long term. I think I might just put some, I don't know, long 2x4 in there or something. Make something, and then just pull string from there for tomatoes to climb. But we'll see what we come up with long term. We'll probably go through many solutions before we come up with a concrete, established way of doing the tomatoes over there. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you taking your time. Consider putting out some water, even if it's just a shallow bowl of, in like the bottom of a terracotta pot or something like that. Put out some water for your animals. I'm just shocked that obviously something came in the night, probably deer, and drank all the water we had put in there. 2 pitchers full. That's crazy. So let me go get that refilled. Y'all have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Love you very much. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye.